Hey folks, today we're announcing our Tier 1 detections product, and I want to talk to you about how setting up a detection response program has drastically changed over the last 10 years or so. So, we announced our Tier 1 detections product today, and the idea behind this is these are critical alerts that basically every team is going to want to alert on and investigate. These are super low noise, high signal detections, and it's meant to be easy to set up, good enough for kind of any security team of any maturity. These are the things that everybody's going to be investigating and packaged in a way that's really user friendly. But to kind of explain why we did all of this, I wanted to explain about how people have been setting up detection and response programs for the last 10 years and how big of a challenge it's been. So, um, if you go back in time and even today, the first thing that a security team does when they're trying to level up their detection response program is they work on data problems. So at the foundation of this, they're doing log collection and data munging. It's a huge challenge for a lot of organizations just to collect the data, figure out where to put it, and this is sometimes staffed by an entire team who's doing running forwarders, configuring databases, all of this stuff that just takes a lot of work. The next thing people do is they start to build out processes on top of this data, on top of all this data that they're collecting. So they'll build out a detection process. So you'll build out a golden list of your detections. You'll figure out what risks are top of mind, what your critical assets are, and then you'll build out a bunch of detections that monitor these. Well, once you start creating a bunch of detections, you're going to get a lot of alerts. And then you have to start staffing a response aspect of this. This is usually done by the same team, not always. The people building the detections and the people responding to the detections. These two things definitely inform each other drastically. And so, oh boy, that's a tough arrow to draw. Um, so this whole detection response process takes place on top of all of the data that you're collecting, all of the data problems that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, and and this is usually staffed by two huge teams. So you might have a team of engineers or analysts who are building out the detections, doing response, incident response, that kind of thing. Then you'll have a bunch of data engineers, security engineers, detection engineers who are doing all of this log collection and data munging. What RunReveal's goal is with our tier one detections announcement is we've done historically the log collection, filtering, routing, normalization, enrichment of logs really, really well. And then getting a baseline of detection is really hard for a lot of teams. There's some stuff that is just absolutely obvious that you should be investigating. When you get guard duty alerts, when your security tools are sending you alerts for all of these different solutions that you've purchased to monitor different parts of your environment. These types of things are just obvious that you're going to want to alert on them. We've got all of these detections out of the box and the response out of the box as well, where these tier one detections automatically feed into our AI SOC agent, and you can customize it, build your own agents. But the whole process is ironed out where you can set all of this up in just a few minutes. And so this whole thing that used to take sometimes could be more than a year for companies, you can set up a basic process with one person in an afternoon in a few minutes, get things running and tune them if you need to, but largely do it without much noise or any noise at all. And so we're super excited about this release and ironing out this process for security teams so that they can more quickly, do the security stuff that matters and respond to just the important things, find just the important things, and not have to worry about all of these data problems as much. So super excited about this. I think setting up a detection response program is one of the hardest things that any CISO or security leader can build. And also, I think it's one of the hardest things as a security engineer or analyst to do because there's never ending findings. You're never good enough at detection because there's always blind spots. There's always new attacks. There's always more logs there's always one more log source that you need to collect. It feels like when you're on a security engineering team, and so we're just super excited to be helping our customers with this.